time trying to go live. The other night I was on here doing my makeup and everything went really crazy. Let me just... Everything went really crazy. And I could not get back on. So I'm back. We're back on schedule this week. Things just did not work out like I wanted them to last week or the week before. But I'm back with Sunday dinner night mukbang. And tonight, Wook wants to be, hey, I got one person on. Hey, honey. Oh, it's two? Oh, ooh, we building an audience. So tonight we're going to have Pepsi, no sweet tea, because I don't like sweet tea with Mexican food. I like Coca-Cola or something like that. So I got cherry Pepsi. We got some chicken fajitas mix. We got our tortillas. We got some Spanish rice. We got some scoop Fritos for the guacamole. We have some cheese, some sour cream, and some salsa. So when I do homemade style Mexican food, I love to have all the fixings on the side. So I'm gonna hold this plate up so y'all can see what's all on there. Turn it around. And this is what we're looking like. So yeah, we're gonna have fajitas. Now y'all, believe it or not, we're gonna say a quick grace. Amen. Okay. But seriously though, I don't eat guacamole. Because every time I've had guacamole, it's always come from a store in a pre-made pack. And every time I try to eat it at a Mexican restaurant, it looked like baby boo-boo to me. So today I said, I'm going to make my own guacamole. I'm going to buy avocados and everything. So I got online and I typed in authentic Mexican guacamole. Y'all, I gotta tell y'all that I'm so surprised at how good guacamole is. Like, you couldn't have paid me $10 million to eat guacamole. I'd be like, hell no, I don't want to see it I couldn't stand to see it. But if y'all look at this guacamole that I made, it is thick. It's chunky. That is what guacamole is supposed to look like. Y'all, I've been eating it wrong all my life. You know, people been trying to get me to eat it all wrong all my life. And I just couldn't do it. So I decided to make my own. And let me tell you, that's the best decision I ever made. Like, when you're eating food of other people's culture, that sometimes to get the best experience of the food instead of getting it Americanized is to go and find an authentic recipe or have somebody to teach you how to cook it. So my tortillas, they're still kind of warm. I got some rice. Because when I eat my chicken fajitas, I need them to be right, y'all. Put a little cheese on that thing. Some chicken and peppers and onions. And we're gonna eat. We're gonna eat tonight. Oh, I love fajitas, y'all. Y'all don't understand. I'm like Bernie Mac. You don't understand. Y'all don't understand. I love fajitas, and I like to load them up. Okay, I load it up, honey. You know, I don't hold back. A little bit of lettuce, you know. Y'all ready? We about to go in. Yeah, okay. Maybe not, maybe so, okay. Y'all ready for me to taste it? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready for me to taste it. Damn, that is good, man. I dropped a little rice in my guac, but that's okay. Hey, honey. Mm. Yo, that is some good stuff, y'all. And the homemade guac is so good. Mm, 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 mm. Yo, this is so good. So we killing two birds with one stone today. Remember we said we're gonna eat different foods from different cultures. Today is Mexican Day. It's my Mexican food today, okay? And it's delicious. And you get us into the mukbang, so it's 2 in 1. Mm, mm, mm. I love Mexican food. I love to cook it, but I love to eat it. But I love it when I get me a señorita who really know how to cook it for me. You know what's good? Yes. Mexican food is good. I love Mexican food too. Mm, mm. Yo, this is so delicious. This is stupid good. Mm. Oh man. Yeah, that's sour creams. Y'all, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Mm. 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 That's so good, man. That is so good. Mm, 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 mm. Damn. That's beyond delicious. Mm, mm. That was good to the last drop. Mm, mm, mm. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to you too, honey. It's been a rough start to the new year, but I'm here. It was so cold last week, y'all. It was so cold. I couldn't function. I just can't do the cold. And we left Kansas thinking we had escaped the winter frigid bitchiness of Elsa. And then this year it was so cold down here. Like, this is the coldest one they've had in a long time, but it was cold. Like, it was so cold last week. My knee, excuse me, my knee was hurting. Like, my knee was throbbing. Like, I couldn't even get in the car to go down and check on my aunt. She's still in the hospital. But I was in so much pain, I couldn't do nothing. I was taking Advil because it's for inflammatory. But like when it get cold, I'm one of them people now. Like my knee ache when it get cold. My knee ache so bad it feel like it's falling apart. And y'all already know, I have problems. I have an issue with one of my hips, so I haven't had any problems with that lately. But yo, my knee was hurting so bad. I can't even tell y'all. Like I was getting angry because it was hurting. But it was hurting so bad. I can't even describe to y'all. Like I was trying to go to sleep. Like now my sleep schedule is messed up because I was up all night and I was sleeping during the day when I could finally just get exhausted and go to sleep. So y'all, it's been crazy. I ain't gonna lie though, this guacamole good as hell. Like it's creamy. It's so creamy. Mm. Hey, mister. How you like the guacamole? Mm. Mm. So I'm headed down to Mobile this week, and you guys will definitely have a video on Wednesday, I promise. I just could not get one up on Saturday. I was trying to record, I think that was Friday night. My phone went completely dead. I do have the recipe for the guacamole. I can tell this to you right now. Grab a pen. When you grab a pen, let me know, and then I'm going to tell you what I did. Because some people, they put too much. I think they put too much in the guacamole. And it's just, it's not as difficult to make good guacamole as most people make it. Like, after making it, like, I made it once, but I had some weird ass recipe off of Pinterest. And I really felt like I was disrespecting Hispanic, like Mexican people cuisine, because that recipe did not seem like anything that's that somebody from Mexico would make in their kitchen. You know, no Centerita would have made that guacamole the way that guacamole was made. It had sour cream in it and all kind of other stuff, child. That is not, and I should have knew better. Okay, so you ready? So I used 4 avocados. I had 3 of them really ripe, and then I had 1 that was really firm. Then I used 3 small Roman tomatoes, a half of a small onion, about 1/3 of a cup of cilantro, a half of lime juice, and I squeezed 1 lime juice, like half of half a lime. I squeezed that in there. And then I added salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and about cilantro. I want to say about 1/4 of a cup of fresh chopped cilantro. You can put more or less in there if you want to, but that's about what I added into it. Y'all, it is so good. Like, I really think I'm gonna have to do a video on this guacamole, but it was really, really good. It didn't even, from finish to end, it didn't even take 10 minutes to make. I sliced the avocados open, I dug out the meat, I put it into the bowl, I took the back end of a fork and just mashed it up. Then I chopped up my onion, I chopped up my cilantros, and I chopped up my Roman tomatoes. And I added the seasoning in there last. And I used sea salt. But y'all, it's so good, y'all. Like, and you know, with avocados, if you want a lot of guacamole, because it say it's 4 servings, the recipe that I use, but yo, like, yo, we done ate the hell out of that guacamole, okay? Like, I was getting nervous it wasn't gonna be none for the video because I couldn't stop eating it. I could not stop eating it. It was so good. Like, I'm shocked at like, you know, how people can take somebody's heritage and the food that they make and fuck it up so bad. Pardon my language. But sometimes people want to Americanize dishes, and what you really need to do is leave it alone. Eat it like they eat it from the land that they come from. Because I have no complaints. Like, you know, And I feel kind of rude as hell because I had a friend, she would make guacamole, but I just couldn't bring myself to eat it. And then when I realized too, after looking all day through like recipes for guacamole, is that everybody has a different recipe for guacamole. But sour cream definitely ain't one of them. It ain't. Sour cream is not one of them. Mm. It's like going, you know, you have some people who hate Olive Garden. See how fresh it is and it's chunky? I'll hold it up again so you can see it. That is so delicious, y'all. Like, I've been sleeping on avocados. And then I finally brought myself, you're welcome, Eric. I finally got myself to the point to where I can eat sliced avocados because it's really fat. I mean, it's a healthy fat. Avocado oil and avocados are really, really healthy. So I finally got myself to where I can eat avocados, and now I can eat guac. And believe it or not, guacamole is actually really healthy. I've known that for a long time, but I've been in denial. There's lemon, lime, avocados, cilantro, tomatoes, and onion. There's no fat or anything in it. There's no added sugar, nothing. It's healthy, it's fresh. It don't take long to make. And in fact, I'm thinking about creating a sandwich using this avocado. You know, I think they have like a turkey Bravo avocado sandwich or something at Panera Bread. I'm definitely about to jack that shit, y'all. And I got some turkey in the refrigerator with some good bread too. We gonna find out what it do. We're gonna find out how to live our life. So, I'm thinking next Sunday I'm gonna cook dinner. A big dinner, like a really traditional Sunday dinner. And I'm thinking about having my neighbors over because we invited them over for Christmas. And they seemed like they really enjoyed it. And to be honest with you, I really enjoyed having them over. They were really nice. They're very friendly. They're very home. Like, I feel like these are the type of people you can invite in your home. And they're so comfortable with themselves so they can just come into your house. Like, yeah, like Christmas dinner. Yeah, I enjoy having them over. But they're so warm and they have the cutest little girl. And, or maybe I'll do Saturday so I can keep y'all for Sunday because I don't like putting people on the channel unless I know that they want to, and I'm not sure if they really want to be involved in the Sunday dinner mukbang. But I might do it Saturday or Sunday. But I really liked having them over for dinner. Like, we were all standing around in the kitchen eating. We weren't trying to sit at the table. We weren't trying to sit in the living room. We were just standing around eating. They were comfortable. They fixed their own plates. You know, I had a bag of chips on the counter. And, hello! I had a bag of chips on the counter. And he just picked up the bag and started eating out of them. And he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, no, I'm glad you feel comfortable to pick up the bag of chips. Because I don't like for people to feel uncomfortable in my home. Like, I want people, hi, honey. Where's Cameron? Cameron is at home. My sister and Cameron was actually doing a live feed on Facebook Earlier today, y'all know we got him for Christmas. We got him, what was the name of that game, Reggie? Yeah, we got him for Christmas. What was the name of that game we got him for Christmas? Was it Connect 4 or Operations? Okay, so we got him Operations for Christmas. So they were playing. So we were playing. They were playing, not we, but they were playing Operations on Facebook Live. And y'all, he is so funny. Hi, Reggie. They said, "Hello, what's up?" Reggie. I think he walked towards the back of the house. I'll let him know you said what's up. Reggie doesn't do YouTube, y'all, and I'll explain it to y'all without going into too much detail. His job deals with people's personal problems in the Army. So it's one of those things where a lot of people on base see my videos, and we don't want people to feel uncomfortable by getting on the video and they be like, oh my God. I was just in his office and he on TV, like he on YouTube, not TV, but YouTube, and he gonna tell all my business. So it's a privacy issue, and then I like to respect his privacy. So you guys will probably won't see him on the channel, because of his job, and that's just what it is, because the people really depend on him, and he needs to have that. They need to feel comfortable to be able to go in and talk to him when they have specific things going on. Thank you for being understanding, Eric. It's really hard because he may want to do YouTube, and you do have a lot of military spouses who do get on with their spouses, but sometimes it you know, because they're showing your rank, your name, and everything, it could put you, you know, it could inadvertently cause problems. So it's just better to keep. I find that it's better for military people to keep a low profile, especially when you get to a certain rank. I have certain jobs when it comes to the internet. Okay? So, yeah. And he has to tell people all the time he married a millennial. Because I am a millennial. It's so funny. Because people think that he's... they think that I'm really... that he's way older than me, because they know, a lot of people who know him in his particular field know his age. But when they first meet me or see me, they be like, you done robbed the cradle. And I be like, but no, he hasn't. But a lot of people think he done robbed the cradle. But he looks really young himself. He doesn't look his age, I'll tell y'all that much. He don't look his age at all. And he has the perfect teeth. His teeth are perfect. Ain't never had braces a day in his life, but he got perfect teeth. Teeth. Well, so the next video is going to be I don't know which one I'm going to put up first. It's either going to be the brownie. I'm redoing the blondie. But I'm going to show you guys how to do it restaurant style. So, you know, when you go like to places like TGI Fridays or Old Charlie's and places like that, they have the blending. They have the blending. But I have a recipe up on YouTube for the blending. But like I said, a lot of those videos I wasn't really happy with. I was still in the process of learning how to do YouTube. So I am going to be here and there pulling those videos down and putting up a new version of the dish. So, yeah. That's what I'm going to be recreating. And then we're going to do salmon croquettes, like salmon patties. That's going to be like a breakfast dish. So, y'all, hopefully we can get back on schedule. Like, the channel is growing so fast. We're almost at 2,000. And speaking of the giveaway, I need to mail out my last giveaway. Like, I haven't been able to get to the post office. I haven't been able to do anything. But, honey, I'm going to mail your thing out this week. I was supposed to mail last week, but the pain was real, y'all. The pain was real in my knee. It was real. Like, if you ever had, like, joint issues or old arthritis, when that cold weather hit, it hurt. Like, you didn't even have to tell me it was below 20 degrees. You didn't ever, when it gets below 25 to 30 degrees, you don't have to tell me how cold it is outside. Because my knee is going to tell me. She is going to tell me what's up. What's up? She gonna be like, bitch, I got your number. What's up? Because she starts throbbing. Now, I didn't have this problem until I moved to Kansas, y'all. Because it was so cold there. Like, I didn't have these problems. She didn't have these problems until I moved to Kansas. So, now, my knee felt like it's going to fall apart when it get cold. And, y'all, it was rough. Let me eat some guac. Guacamole. 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 Y'all, I was hurting. I was hurting so bad. I feel like Burning Man, you don't understand. If y'all have ever watched Burning Mac, that's in one of his comedy routines. You don't understand. Well, ain't nothing left in there. But yeah, y'all, it's been a long week already. I'm trying to get myself on schedule. Yes, the food has me dancing because it's good, y'all. It's really good. Like, I had to set the plate up nice for the thumbnail, you know, so y'all be like, damn, what's she cooking? What's she over there cooking tonight? But, I love fajitas, man. I need to get me some of those fajita skillets. I think I'm going, the next time I go to IKEA, I'm going to get some. They have the little skillets with the wooden bottoms that you can get for specifically for fajitas and like skillets and stuff like that. The small oval cast iron skillets. So I'm gonna, the next time I go to IKEA, I'm gonna pick some of those up. So I think I'm gonna pick up like, most of my dishes are in sets. So I have a set of 4, 6, 8, and my next set is gonna go up to 10. But My white dishes that you see here are all restaurant style dishes, and I got them from IKEA and a couple other places, and they're all white, and I love them because I can mix and match. I can mix and match them depending on what I'm cooking, and it just looks really professional and nice when you're serving dinner to a group of people. So my next set is gonna be for 10, but yeah, I love white dishes. I love the cleanliness of a white dish. I love white dishes and glass dishes, and it's a part of it is because I have a slight tiny problem with a little bit of OCD when it comes to dishes. So white dishes and glass dishes, if something is left on there, you can see it. So I'm that kind of crazy. So that's why you see the white dishes all the time. That's why, and it just looks better aesthetically on YouTube for thumbnails and stuff. So that's why I keep a lot of glass dishes. But y'all, the closest IKEA to here is down in Florida somewhere. And then I think they have one in ATL. So I'm definitely gonna be going back into the IKEA store eventually, because I love the IKEA store, y'all. IKEA will help you organize your life. It will save your soul and your spirit if you got the coins. I mean, it's not really expensive. I think the hardest part about IKEA is that you literally have to put everything together. Yeah, because they don't put it together. And that's the one reason why it's cheap too. Cheaper. I won't say cheap because you get some really high quality furniture from IKEA, but you have to put everything together. And it's hella. They ship nationwide. But their shipping costs can be real high. Let me tell you. It can add some money on there. Oh. So we're like a couple of days away from Mardi Gras. The first parade rolls out on the 13th. And I'm probably going to be going down to Mobile for the first parade, because I think it's on a Saturday. And help my sister with Cameron at the parade, so I can kind of like keep an eye on him while she has Chloe. If it's too cold, then naturally Chloe and my sister are going to stay at the house, and then I'll probably take Cam out. But we're going to definitely do Mardi Gras this year. It's been a long time since I did Mardi Gras. And I promise, matter of fact, I'm going to get a selfie stick because I'm going to take y'all with me. And you guys are going to see some things that might change our lives. These videos probably will not be PG. Okay? Okay. Because Mobile, the city comes alive during Mardi Gras. It's a time for everybody to let their hair down and relax. And it's this celebration. To me, it's like the celebration of life and everything. Because we party. And then we have Joe Kane Sunday, who was the founder of Mardi Gras, the rebirth of Mardi Gras. And we have Joe Kane Sunday, and then we have that Monday, and then we have Fat Tuesday, and everybody is drunk, passed out, feet hurting. Everybody in the city is tore down from the floor down, okay? And people pitch tents downtown, they barbecue, downtown. It's crazy. People bring their campers and set their campers up. It's fun. I don't know how else to describe it. It's an experience. It's not like in New Orleans. It's to me it's a little bit more cleaner, and it's a lot more fun, and it has a lot more tradition than what most people would think of Mardi Gras. So I love Mardi Gras. You know, we have our second line. I gotta go and find me a purple umbrella because I gotta get me an umbrella together. I need a silk handkerchief because I do plan on stepping in the second line this year. I'm going to be on that line. You know, do what you wanna. So I'm definitely going to party and have my Mardi Gras festivities, grown woman style. So y'all, when y'all click on that video and y'all see me in that Mardi Gras bowl, don't judge my life, okay? Because I'm going to enjoy myself this year. I am. I'm excited about being home for Mardi Gras. Grown woman style, yes, because I'm going to have fun. I'm trying to see if I'm going to be attending any balls. I have 2 ball gowns. I used to have a lot of ball gowns. I have 2 gowns. I don't know if my ass can even get into them. But if not, I'm sure that I can find another one. But I do hopefully plan to attend a ball or 2 this year. If I do go to the ball, I will take y'all with me. Or I will show you guys like how we get ready for a ball, because you have some ball gowns are different. You have the traditional ball gown, which is usually like the sequence type gown that are very fitted and very like over the top, and then you have your white tie type of balls that are actually floor length ball gowns with skirts and stuff. So it just depends on what type of ball. Now last year, one organization had a Great Gatsby ball, and it was beautiful. The gowns were beautiful, and it was mostly like tails and stuff. Like it was really nice. And I was like, ooh, you know. So I'm looking forward to that. Cause y'all, people have a misconception of what the South is sometimes, and it's really not what most people think. I mean, life is a little bit more laid back down here for us. We live a lot longer if we don't eat bad. But there's still a lot of traditions that people hold on to, whether it's family or culture, or where you come from, and I think that's really important. And I'm a Southern Belle. I don't hide it. I am a Southern Belle. I'm slightly crazy. You know, when they put those, when y'all see those movies and they be like Southern Belles, that's how crazy they are. Y'all, it is not alive, okay? It is nothing to be taken lightly. We are all slightly crazy, okay? You ain't a Southern Belle if you ain't got drunk and cried to your girlfriends about your life. You ain't a Southern Belle if you don't own a pair of kegs, okay? Because kegs, the white canvas kegs, that's Southern Belle attire. You ain't a Southern Belle if you don't own a sundress, or at least 2 sets of pearls and a set of pearl earrings. You ain't a Southern Belle if you don't drink sweet tea with lemon, or if you don't spike your sweet tea sometimes, because they all do it. You ain't a Southern Belle if your hair ain't at least this big, you know. It's just, you know, we just have our way of life. You know, my grandmother was a big Southern Belle. To me, she was. She was very, she was feisty. Cherry Lee was feisty. Her name was Cherry, and her middle name was Lee. but they called her Cherry Lee, and she was quite spicy. She was very beautiful, though. But my grandmama was really off the chain, y'all. Like, the doctors told her to stop smoking, and for years people was like, she don't smoke no more. But lies, Cherry Lee used to smoke, y'all. So what she would do, she would send my older cousin them to the store, because back in the day you could send your kids to the store with a note, and we had corner stores. So she would send my cousin them to the corner store to buy her cigarettes. And she would give them money not to tell, because my granddaddy, he wasn't supposed to know that she was still smoking, because he had quit smoking a long time ago. But Cherry Lee smoked Virginia Slims, y'all. And if y'all know what Virginia Slims are, they're like the lady cigarette. They're like this long and like extra skinny. So what she would do is she would go in the bathroom, and we had a window in the bathroom over the tub. So she would go in the bathroom, let up the bathroom window, and light her cigarette up, and dump the ashes out the window or into the toilet. And she would be in the bathroom for about a good 10-15 minutes smoking throughout the day. And it was like, because she was in the bathroom, because whatever you do in the bathroom is your own damn business. You better not say, oh, mother, you was in the bathroom smoking. Oh my God, y'all, she would cuss you out for your spirit if you said that she was in that bathroom smoking. It was like nobody was supposed to know she was still smoking. Now, I have an aunt who do the same thing. I don't think she do it anymore, but I had an aunt who was like that. Like, for years, I had no idea my aunt smoked cigarettes. And then I remember having a particular smell of cigarettes, and I was like, dang, what is she doing in that bathroom? And my cousin was like, bitch, get away from that door. Because if you tell her she was smoking, she gonna cuss you out. Yo, it's funny like that. Like, a lot of women, they smoked back then, and it was okay, but then you had some women who didn't feel comfortable with people letting them know they smoked. And they also prescribed smoking cigarettes back in the day to help with your bad nerves. Which I'm pretty sure my grandmother had bad nerves, because she had 8 kids. She had 8 kids, 7 girls and 1 boy. So she would smoke in the bathroom, and then she would put pine sol in the toilet, like that was gonna clear the smell out. But yeah, that's what Granny would do. She'd smoke in the bathroom, but she was so elegant. She was. She would do her makeup. Some days she would comb her hair. Some days she would put a wig on. Yes, a very large family. It's so many of us, it's ridiculous. It's a lot of us. Like, it was so many of us when we was little. It would be hard to buy gifts. So usually, the little kids will get toys. And then the kids in between, they'll get something like scarves and hats, like really expensive scarves and hats. Or coats or sweaters. Some type of clothing article. And then the teenagers and the people who had gone off for college would get money or stuff for their dorm room. So, it's a system to the madness. For Christmas. Now, my grandfather, he grew up, if you know the history of the South, and you've ever heard of Dallas County, you know that Dallas County was not a very safe place for a black man in this country. Dallas County had one of the highest hanging. It was like the capital of hangings in the South. Dallas County, Alabama. He was from a little town called Orville. And my grandfather, both of his parents were school teachers. They both attended Tuskegee Institute, and they went to when the school was first opening. They were part of the I think the third wave of people to come through Tuskegee Institute. So they were both very well educated, and they were school teachers. They had like a one-room schoolhouse. And on days that my grandmother could not teach, if she was my grandfather's mother could not teach, his dad would teach. And they had a very large farm. We actually have an estate up in Orville, a very large family estate. That's what they did. They were school teachers. My grandfather was very intelligent, but he was a big guy. He was bigger than his parents, and it was getting to the point where, as he got into his late teens, that it was unsafe for him to stay in Orville and up around Dallas County, because at that time, the wrong move or look or anything could have you swinging from a tree. So he didn't want to go to Montgomery, and Selma was really not a good place either. So he went to live in Mobile with one of his uncles, and that's how him and my grandmother met. But yeah, he used to talk about that a lot. Like, in order for them to be able to keep him alive, they had to send him away, because it wasn't safe for a male child that was black at that time. And especially when you're 6'4" and full of muscles, that was considered a threat. So they had to send him to Mobile. And he was very educated. He was very intelligent. And my grandmother, she was from, they were from Mobile, but her family, they came out of Louisiana. And there's a little bit of a mix-up as to how they ended up in Mobile. Let's just say they were law-abiding citizens in the day, but not at night. Okay. But she came from a big family, and my grandfather did too. So I think it was natural for them to have a huge family, and that's thus how they had 8 children. And that's pretty much how my family is on my dad's side. I really can't tell y'all too much about them, because I don't really know a lot about my dad's side of the family. I know that my dad is biracial. He is Malaysian and an African American. So if y'all ever wonder why I get to looking a little funny sometimes, because my dad is mixed, and I took on a lot of his features. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I can tell you about my dad's side of the family. He was the first child of his mom and dad, and then they divorced, and then she remarried, and it just gets a little weird after that, y'all. But yeah, my family is just a Southern family. Like, it's a lot of us. It's too many of us, you know. Poor husband, he got stuck in the house with half of them for Christmas doing karaoke. They was drinking and doing karaoke, y'all, Christmas Day. And it was a bit of a culture shock to him. Because 3/4 of the family was twisted. And my aunt was twerking in the living room. She was supposed to be drinking coffee, but she was twerking. But that's my crazy family. So the next time I think you guys will see Cameron is probably when I go back to Mobile this week. Y'all get to see him. I'm probably gonna stay with my sister for a night. And that chick gonna cook me dinner if I do come stay. Y'all, my little sister can cook. Like, she can burn, thanks to me. She can really cook because Cameron doesn't eat fast food. He won't eat a burger from McDonald's. He won't do it. When my sister was in the hospital having Chloe, my aunt was keeping him. And she was taking him to McDonald's, Burger King, and she was like, he's really not eating. And like after about 3 nights of going to fast food restaurants, when she picked him up from my other aunt's house, he told her, he said, can you please cook me something to eat? I don't want a hamburger. I don't want some chicken strips. I just want some meat and some potatoes, some mashed potatoes, and some spinach. He loves spinach. If you saute some spinach with some onions and bacon, he'll eat it up. So, my aunt called me laughing, and she was like she felt so bad, so she had to stop by the store to get some food so she could cook for him. You know, most little kids, they like to eat out, but Cameron likes to eat, like, real food. Like, he like to eat. And y'all, that baby ain't soft. He ain't light either. He heavy. He like real life heavy. Let me grab something real quick. I'm gonna see if I can pull a picture of him and Chloe this week. But Chloe is getting bigger. She's starting to make those little sounds. I think it's called cooing. And she's really, her personality is really starting to show through. And she's hilarious. She is hilarious. Whatever I don't eat will be wrapped up for lunch tomorrow, y'all. So I'm not wasting food. In fact, I might make a breakfast omelet with the rest of it. All right, y'all. This is Cameron this morning. He went to church. But he was showing his muscles. And then this is baby Chloe and Cameron this morning for church. They're so cute. She getting so big, y'all, and she got a head full of hair. But, she's starting to smile more too. But that's my baby Chloe. She is adorable. She's so sweet. And she got a lot of hair. My sister say she don't like to get it combed. And I believe it. Chloe doesn't like to be disturbed from her naps. So my sister was getting her up from a nap to go somewhere. I think she was going somewhere. And if y'all can see the look on Chloe's face, y'all, she's so pissed right there. That's her. I don't want you talking to me. Don't touch me. Why did you wake me up? Look. She's so cute. But she definitely got her own opinions of life. Chloe is she looked like, woman, please. Yeah, that's exactly how she was looking. She was definitely not here for the foolery. Like, you can't wake that child up. That's not the type of child you can wake up out of a nap and expect them to be okay. Because she definitely She definitely was not okay. Um, with my sister waking her up, she wasn't having it. She was not having it. So, like, no, I gotta check. I checked. I have not really been finagling with social media right now. So, after I get off this live feed with y'all, I got a whole lot of comments to answer. Y'all, the channel is going so fast. Like, I used to could wait 2 or 3 days and get to all the comments and stuff because it's just a lot to keep clicking in and out of your Gmail all day long. But now, the comments are coming in so frequently. So I'm going to have to start dedicating a time, at least 2 times a day, where I can go in and set up, and answer comments. I'm wanting the channel to grow, and I'm happy that the channel is growing. But honestly, the numbers picked up so quick on me. Y'all don't realize, like, 3 months ago, we were still under 1,000, and in 1 month, I think, yeah, 3 months ago we were like at 800, and oh, yeah, I'm almost there. Um, I'm almost to 2,000. Yeah. So it's really crazy, like how it grew so quick. Like one night I woke up, it was at 1,200, and then 13, then 14, 15, and in 2 days it jumped from 15 to 17, and then 18. It's like, and I know I'm not putting up content as fast as I was during the holidays. I'm trying to regroup because I'm trying to change some things. I'm still trying to work on a new intro. Just a lot of stuff that I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put a small cookbook together. Like, I'm almost there. I got a lot of things going on. I've been trying to finish working on putting up a blog that I can go to every day or every other day. A food blog. I have a Facebook page for the channel. And I need to really sit down and organize everything on top of everything that I'm going through with family, with my aunt being in the hospital, then trying to make sure that my sister in Virginia is okay. It is just a lot going on. Then I'm trying to organize and figure out how I'm going to get this money to go to this Wilson's course. That is my thing this year. Like, I don't want to walk out of 2018 without my master course from Wilson's. And I know people are saying, well, just go get a job. But you guys don't understand, like, trying to work a full-time job and trying to run this channel full-time, because if you guys didn't notice, I already went full-time. When October hit, I went full-time here on YouTube. So that's 3 times a week that I'm trying to post. Not the last couple of weeks, but I'm trying to post 3 times a week. And it takes, getting on to do the Sunday mukbang, it's easy. Just have to prepare dinner, which I'm gonna do anyway. But trying to get a video for Monday and Saturday, edit it, to where it looks right. Trying to keep up with some of these whack ass companies who be emailing me. Like, I can't do a sponsor video because the type of sponsorships that people be sending me be bullshit. And that would really help if I could get more sponsors. But, I think the right sponsors will come. Like, I'm willing to forego the sponsorships because you make a lot of money doing sponsorships. But I'm willing to forego the sponsorships and just keep trying to grow my audience and to just keep cutting back on things that I usually would do so that I can continue to have things to do on the channel, and I can do more stuff. So I am keeping the faith. It's hard because everything, when they say stuff really starts to happen, it starts to happen really quick. And getting to 2000 almost. Like, I mean, like today when I checked earlier, I was at like 1930 something. So it's growing really fast. Like, it was so stagnant for so long that I didn't even know how long it was going to take me to make it to 1,000. And then when I hit 1,000, it just started shooting up. So I really need to restructure everything. And this week, I'm almost there. Tonight I have a few things I'm going to finish up, and so that I can be more organized going into this week, because I have to go to Mobile at least twice this week. My aunt is still in the hospital. Y'all, they took her off the breathing machine. She was off one day, and she was doing fine. They had cut it all the way down so she was basically breathing on her own. And then they took her off. And then when she went to sleep that night, about 4 o'clock that morning, they had to put her back on the breathing machine. Because her diaphragm is not working. She can't push out the carbon dioxide. So the carbon dioxide sits in her body, and it's basically killing her. So they had to put her back on the breathing machine. And it's crazy. It's hella crazy. So that's been going on. And a couple weeks before Christmas, I went home. I went down to Mobile. I went to the cemetery. And I cleaned off my mom's grave, my grandmother's grave. Y'all, it's so depressing to go to the cemetery. But I feel guilty for not going. It's so depressing because I got my mom here, my grandmother and my grandfather right here, my aunt right here, and then my cousin, and then another family member. So it's kind of like, some of these people who are in this, hood, I got some family members. They were horrible to me. They were the worst kind of people to me in my life. And then I have these other 3 people who are on the other side, and they're sitting there. And it's hard to go because somebody I love so much and somebody who hurt me so bad, their graves are right there together. I know it doesn't make any sense, but like, it's crazy. It's really hard to go. It's really hard. And when I left Alabama the last time, I really had no intentions of moving back here. This was the last place. Thanks, Eric. Well, I'm glad it makes sense to y'all, because like, I try to explain it to people and they just be looking at like, you're so dramatic. But I'm not being dramatic. When somebody has hurt you to the point to where it has affected your life, and then you think they dead, they dead and gone, but that things that they have done to you have had a lasting effect on your life, it's really hard. And then you have 3 people who loved you, and they all in the same spot. So when you go to visit them, you got the other ones there. Like, it's a mind fuck. I'm not gonna lie. But I went home and I went to the cemetery, and it kind of helped me, but Christmas is really hard, and this year was a lot easier to get through Christmas. I kind of like didn't have as much of like emotional issues, like, because I get really sad, and people do have to walk into your shoes, understand. And I tell people, you would not want to walk in my shoes. I would not wish some of the things that have happened to me in my life on my worst enemy. I just wouldn't. But Christmas used to be really hard for me, and I really didn't get back into celebrating Christmas until my first nephew, Age, was born. And that's really when I started celebrating Christmas again. And then, Cameron came along, and, it really gave me some kind of like hope and joy. And you know, with Chloe this year, it was even more exciting. You know, but it's been a struggle, and I think what's really been weighing on me is that every year around the new year, some crazy shit happens. Like I know one year, like when I was in Kansas that second year, we went home. Went to North Carolina, went to Alabama, and I was supposed to go see my grandfather's sister and my great aunt, and I didn't get a chance to go up because we were only in Mobile for 3 days. And she still lives on the. She still lived at that time on the family estate, but she was in a like I don't know, like people just didn't explain to me that she was in hospice because I had talked to her and I didn't know that a lot of stuff was going on. And I was like, well, I'm coming back in February. I'm going to see her in February and spend some time with her. I was going to go stay up there in the country for about 2 or 3 days. Got home. I was in Kansas got back to Kansas. I was there for about 2 weeks. And I checked my Facebook and my timeline is just going crazy. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So my aunt called me. I had actually went to Kansas City that day to do some shopping for my trip for February. And my aunt said, well, when you get home, I'll call you. And then I got home. She didn't call me. I knew something was wrong. When I woke up that morning, I just felt like something was wrong. And I was like, yeah, I'm paranoid because I've been drinking the night before. And I didn't had a whole lot of drink. I had Jose Cuervo. And I was thinking like maybe I drank too much. I just didn't feel right that whole day, y'all. And she was in the process of passing that night. So when I got home, my aunt called me and told me she died. Now the fucked up thing about it is she died on the exact same day as my mother. The exact same day as my mother. She died on the exact same day as my mother. I couldn't handle it. I started drinking that night. Like I was through. I was through. And the next morning when I woke up, I had my hair sewed in and my tracks was loose. I already knew why my tracks was loose because my damn hair fell out. Like I told y'all, when my nerves get bad, my hair falls out. So I knew when I took that weave out my head, she was gonna have some real patches. But yeah. And that really messed me up. And now my aunt's in the hospital. She's been there since a couple days before Christmas. And they're trying to see if whatever's going on in her spine, they think it's causing her nerve problems. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like I'm real terrified. Like my aunt's been through a lot. Her daughter died. Then her husband, he was a merchant seaman. He was out at sea. He came home. He told her he had a headache. He wasn't feeling good. She went downstairs to do something in the kitchen. He had a brain aneurysm and he died. And then before that, she had cancer and she had to have both of her breasts removed. And thanks you, honey. And she been fighting, you know, for the last 8 years. It's like she been fighting to just like hold on to her sense of self. And it's hard. It's hard because you can see her pain. She lost her baby girl too. It's really hard. And now she is this sick. And I'm trying to stay positive, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared. I'm really scared, y'all. Cause I'm telling you, like most people be like, new year, new me. Oh, I'm happy to see the new year. I'm always happy to see the new year because I know God has blessed me to be here because He has more in store for me. But it does scare me because you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know what's gonna happen. So that's really been giving me a mind screw. But we're back on. Yeah, you definitely had to stay prayed up. I pray a lot. You know, pray a lot. I'm constantly talking to God. Like, real talk. Me and him be talking about 4 or 5 times a day. You know. But it's been rough, but I'm okay. I'm very. Yeah, you just never know what's gonna happen, Eric. I pray a lot, but I'm actually, and I'm not gonna hide it from you guys. I'm actually going to go back in for therapy because I need a touch up, honey. People they just don't understand. I'm very open about therapy. I think if you're dealing with life issues and you can't get a grip on them, and sometimes I struggle with that, because I've had so much trauma in my life, and people think that PTSD is for people in the military and law enforcement and people who have done certain jobs. Well, I'm just gonna tell you, this is the face of PTSD. I suffered a lot of emotional abuse as a child, physical abuse, sexual abuse, and I have problems. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. Nobody could be this crazy without a reason. But I've managed to work through it through counseling. The emotional abuse did a lot more damage, and the physical abuse was really bad. Like, it was like, I'm the type of person, you cannot touch me to wake me up. Basically, you better not touch me, because when you get beat out of your sleep as a child, or people will do things to you when you're asleep, you become hypersensitive when you go to sleep. And sometimes I have a hard time going to sleep. Like, when I stay in hotels and stuff, I can't sleep because it's unfamiliar to me. Like, when we move to a new house or something, it gets really, really bad because I'm not secure in the surroundings. And it's hard because we're military and we're moving every 3 years. And even with the jobs that I had before I got married and the moving that I did, it was always a 3-month adjustment period moving, because I had to learn to sleep in that new environment. And when I was living in Fayetteville with my stepmom and my sister and them, they literally thought it was a joke. And sometimes they would open my door and jump on me while I was asleep. And it would scare me so bad until my heart would start racing. Like, it's like instant panic. And they thought it was funny. And they actually made the symptoms worse. Because of a lot of things that happened in my childhood. So, people, I'm a regular person just like you guys. Like, people don't think that because we're on YouTube we have real problems. A lot of us gravitate towards YouTube because it's a way to express ourselves. Even though we have trolls, it's a way to express ourselves and to be ourselves, and it is kind of safe, and then you can talk about things. Like, I'm talking to you guys right now, and I don't, it's not like talking to my family. Like, you can't talk to them about things like, because they're not gonna understand. They might see the video and be really upset, but I'm grown. I stay in my own house. I pay my own bills. I shouldn't wipe my own ass, so I'm not concerned about it now. But yeah. So I am. Oh, thank you, Eric. Yeah, he does give me peace. I pray a lot, and I really, when I tell you guys at the end of the video to treat people how you want to be treated and to love people and to respect them, I'm not saying that to feed y'all bullshit. I really try to live my life that way because it's not always It has not always been something that I've received, and I've paid for it. The things that people have done to me, and the things that I did that was reckless because I didn't love myself, because I wasn't really taught how to love myself by certain people who were in charge of me as a child, especially after my mom died. You know, I had certain family members who were just mean. You know, and my grandfather, he did his best to kind of shield me from it, but you know, he couldn't be there all the time. So it's it has had an effect in my life, but I've gotten a lot better over the years. I've actually been able to maintain a normal life, and people would never know by looking at me that I've been through a lot of the things that I've been through, and it's because prayer and faith. And I was determined. I've always been determined to be more than what people expected me to be. And that's why when people say stuff, I'm like, I don't really care what people think about me. And the truth is, I don't care. I can give two flying shits what people think about me. And the reason is that I don't care is because you can't do or say anything to me that hasn't been done or said to me in my childhood and my teen years. Like, you can't do it. And anything that I do now, because people expected so little of me, is a success. Like, I feel like in my life, no, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm where I should be. But anything that I've done thus far, I'm already a success. That's how I feel. I'm already a successful person because I've done things that most people in my family won't do, and it's not because they don't have the financial means. It's just that they're stuck in a bubble and they're not willing to open their eyes. So when I tell you guys to treat people the way you want to be treated and to be considerate of people, because you don't know what they're going through, that's coming from a sincere place, you know. Because I mean, I've struggled. You know, I've had some really dark times in my life. You know, I can talk about it now, but I couldn't. I was 21. I had just turned 22. I had this beautiful apartment. I had the best job in the world. And I was so depressed, y'all. I was so depressed. My sister was in Virginia. My baby sister was getting in trouble. And my older sister was in Virginia, and she was going in and out of the state hospital. She was having problems. She was trying to get adjusted. After my grandfather died, it really affected all of us. I think it affected her more. But I hadn't had no contact with my family. I was just going to work and coming home. And it was my birthday. And I was sitting in the dark in my apartment on the stairs. And I really thought about taking my life. And I was going to do it. I'm not going to lie. I definitely was going to do it. And my phone rang. And it was my aunt. And you guys may get to meet Manny, but you might not. But she called me. And I didn't answer the first time. And she turned around and called back. And she was like, I know it's your birthday, and I know you've been having a hard time. And she said, you need to get out of the house. She said, I feel like you've been in the house too much. She said, you need to get out of the house. You need to go take yourself and do something for your birthday. And she said, whatever is going on with you, you need to, like, nix it right now. I don't know what made my aunt call me that day, y'all. Because she was working. She works a swing shift. Like, some weeks she's on at night. Some weeks she's on during the day. But I truly believe that something touched her to make her call me that day. Because I was at my wit's end. Like, everything was falling on my back. You know, I was trying to get your baby sister to get control of her life. You're right, Eric, it was. And I was trying to help my older sister to deal with the things that she had going on. And I completely forgot about myself. And then I didn't really have a lot of support from other people. And here I am, 22, trying to take care of everybody, everything, work, and I almost snapped. You know, I did. I'm not gonna lie. Thank God I didn't. You know, because suicide is a long-term solution for a temporary problem. And I don't ever want to go back to that place. Because, y'all, I was so done. You know, I was so done. And then at the time, I didn't tell people that I had been having, like, issues with vertigo. And my vertigo, I haven't had, thank you, Jesus, knock on wood, I haven't had any problems with the vertigo in the last couple years. And I haven't had any symptoms at all since we moved back down south. But I was really sick too. And y'all, it was crazy. And when she called me, she saved my life that day. Because I was done. Like, I've always been a solid girl, but y'all, I was still sick and nauseous and still trying to go to work and throwing up. It was so bad. Like, I went from like 175 to like 135. And everybody was like, yes, bitch, you losing weight, you looking good. But I was sick as fuck. And I think that was one of the lowest points in my life. Yeah, I'm sure it was. Because I was done. And I was like 22. And she picked up the phone. That's why I tell people, you know, check on your people. Family members, your friends. If they're, check on them. You know, if you see somebody who's looking down, say, hey, ask them how they doing. And if they start talking to you, don't offer any advice. Don't give them your opinion. Listen. Because that's all they need. If somebody would have listened to me and talked to me, I don't think I would have gotten to that point. But it was somebody there when I needed them. The thing is, my aunt, Nanny, has always been there for me. You know, she's always been there rooting me on. She'll cuss me out and beat my ass if I'm in the wrong, and not beat my ass in like an abusive way, but like she'll straighten it out. She'll get me to see the bigger picture. And she's always been there. She's always been there. And she's feisty too, y'all. She is feisty. She's a feisty red bone. But her love comes from a special kind of place. And you can confide in her because whatever you tell her was going to stay between you, her, and the good Lord. But yeah. People go through a lot in this life, and I don't believe that I need to walk around with a sign on my forehead and say, hey, this happened to me. Those things happen, and I'm working through them. It's always been God. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it is good, because things can get really rough. But she's just always been there, you know. But y'all, it's getting late. We've been on for almost an hour and a half, and I need to get some dishes clean, answer y'all you know, messages on YouTube, the responses, and I need to get ready for in the morning. I need to put all the dishes and stuff up. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off. Eric, y'all, I enjoyed y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sunday night mukbang around the same time next Sunday. See you Wednesday and Saturday. And I might throw up an extra video this week. I'm gonna try to. I love y'all, and I'll be talking to y'all later. Good night. Good night, Eric.